Hey guys, welcome back to KrissBeauty. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Christina. Some of you call me Kriss, others Tina. Whatever you prefer, girl, that is fine with me. In today's video, we are actually going to be trying out some makeup from Ross. I went ahead and took myself down the beauty aisle, and I think I found some really good things. I have never tried any items beauty related from Ross. I love Ross. They're like a little bit of TJ Maxx and Marshalls mixed together, and so I'm really excited. I have just a few things. There were some things that I wasn't able to snag, for example foundation and concealers, but we're gonna make whatever we have work. So if you're not already subscribed to KrissBeauty, go ahead and do so. Turn on your bell notifications and let's get started. So first things, I have two disclaimers. So as I said, I wasn't able to get a lot of things. I have some pretty great things, which I'll go ahead and show you. That's disclaimer number one. I could probably have done better with finding foundations and concealers, but of course, as you guys know, it depends on your local store, and this is just what they had. Disclaimer number two, I am a blonde. We could talk about it for a second. I actually spoke about it in a video that wasn't able to get up in time, but you know what, we're going through it right now. I'm liking the blonde. Some days I don't. Going full blonde or like 80% blonde wasn't my intention, but it's here. She might be here to stay. We're definitely gonna fix her up a little bit. Make sure you guys follow me on TikTok for those updates. So guys, let me go ahead and remove the not the makeup, girl. We're gonna apply the makeup, but let me go ahead and remove this gum first and we'll get started. My face only has some moisturizer on. If you have dry skin, you know that you have to like pre-moisturize before you like fully moisturize. But I did pick up this Skin Architect Hydrating and Smoothing Cream from Ross. This was $5.99, originally $12. I'm excited. I love a good moisturizer. It's so hard to find a good moisturizer, you guys, especially if you got eczema. My eczema's been acting up right here, but we're gonna love on her today. We definitely are. So let me go ahead and just see what this is about. This has phytocollagen, Silicon C+, and some other good stuff. It's a day and night cream, so it's supposed to help protect, long-lasting hydration, and help with discoloration. So, ooh, this looks like bougie-esque, you guys. Ooh. I could just see myself just, you know, taking this, and it's nice and sealed. You know, when you guys go shopping at like TJ Maxx or Ross or whatever, and you know, there's some things that have been touched. This is one of those that have not been touched. So, okay. Oh, it feels nice. Okay. First touch, it feels like a water cream. You know, like the Garnier Skin Active like water cream. Like that's the kind of vibe I just got just touching it. There's no fragrance really. Ooh. By the way, I have Nivea on. That's my usual moisturizer. Okay, let's see how my skin reacts to it, and I'll probably update you guys another time on that. But for now, it feels pretty good. All right, so a little definitely goes a long way with this, I could say. Even though I do have moisturizer on, this actually a little goes a long way. I'll definitely be using that some more. I have a few things, eyes and face and lips. I think what we should definitely get started on first is the face. So I recently picked up this Hard Candy Rose Drenched Toner and Refresher. This was not from Ross. I picked this up from Walmart because I ran out of setting spray, and I love me some good hydration. All right, so I did pick up this blending sponge from Ross. This was $2.99 in comparison to $5. I love me a good sponge. Let's see what this is about, and it's in my favorite color, so you guys know I'm ready. We need to go ahead and spray this up a little bit. I'm gonna just use this rose setting spray. I definitely recommend soaking it in like water first, just so it can like reach its full capacity. And it's definitely a waste of like setting spray to do this, but this is what we got going on. Okay, so I think it's pretty damp enough. I think it could be better, but it's expanding, so we're ready. I'll just start off with some foundation really quickly. Okay, I'll actually go back to a little bit of an OG. So I'm gonna use my absolute favorite foundation ever, the Maybelline FITME Dewy and Smooth in the shade 128. I'll go ahead and apply this to my sponge. All right, y'all, so I'm just gonna start applying to the face. I want to see how this sponge works. Damn, I missed this foundation. This foundation is great. Ooh, that hydration under this is like nice. It's always super important to like hydrate I mean, if you have super dry skin like me. Hydration before foundation. I would say the sponge is pretty nice so far. I wish I would have like really soaked it, but it is pretty soaked, and I mean, I feel like it's soaking up a little bit extra product, which is not horrible. It's kind of expected, but it's nothing to like worry about. But just a little bit of an observation. This side of my face always soaks up hydration. I mean, always soaks up product. So I'm gonna go in with like maybe another little, there we go. I just want like a little nice medium to full coverage moment today. Okay, so just based over the foundation application, I mean, I think it's okay in reference to the sponge. I think it's definitely soaking up product. So I'm just gonna apply some concealer and see how that works. The sponge is pretty hard, like harder than like the usual sponge that I would use, which is like the e.l.f. sponge. So I'm just gonna apply some concealer, which by the way, I'm using my Hydrating e.l.f. Camo concealer. This is in the shade Light Beige. Okay, and I am mixing that up with the shade Fair Beige. Okay, so I blended out my concealer pretty nicely, so there's no complaints there. And it does help me blend pretty fast, so I would say we're really getting there. So yeah, I'm gonna set my face with my Airspun. This is the loose setting powder from Airspun. Okay, so it did do a pretty good job setting the areas that I like to set with the sponge, which is right under the eyes, a little forehead action, and the smile lines. I do notice that it's not holding the most product there, like when I stamp it in, so that's just another little key observation. I am gonna take a face brush like this and set the rest of my face with some setting powder. Okay, you guys, so the face is set with some setting powder. I do want to move on to the face, like contouring and bronzing and blush and highlight and all that good stuff. So I do have the Sculpt, and I believe that's the Sculpt and contour. This has highlight, contour, blush, bronzer, all that good stuff. I love a good palette that has everything. Like I'm excited, and it also has like nice little instructions in the back, which is really helpful for beginners. This was priced at $3.99 in comparison to $9. So let's open this bad boy up. The only thing is that it doesn't have a mirror, but that's just personal preference. But let's go ahead and see what it looks like. It's a little paler than I thought it was gonna be. I do like this peach, like these peaches and pinks, and then I think it's really helpful that it does have this, I would say like the logos to kind of let you know what goes where, so that's pretty helpful. So these two are blushes and they look really nice on the finger. I'm like, that peach I'm ready for. And then it has two highlight, and I think when it means highlight, I think it means like bringing out the face. It's not a shimmery highlight, so these are matte highlights. This pink one might be a shimmer, but it's a very pale shimmer. Okay, so they are slight, I would say satin colors. They're not shimmers at all, so we'll see what that's about in a second. But I do notice that these bronzers, they're a little bit neutral toned. I'm not sure if I would touch them necessarily. Oh, and there's other blushes here. These bronzers do have a little bit of that sheen to it as well, and then it has this light contour and dark contour. I think I'm gonna go for this shade right here to bronze up the face. That is like a nice warm tone color. So let me go ahead and I'll take this angled brush just to start with, and I'm tapping into this shade right here. There's like no fallout, which is pretty damn nice. And let's see, I'm so afraid to try out new bronzers because I had such a hard time like trying to figure out the right bronzer, so it's always a scary situation. But let's see what this is about. Oh, okay. It looks harsh, but baby, I'm like, okay. I'm loving the tone of it. Like, it's nice and warm, but not too warm. Ooh. All right, let's finish bronzing up this face. I can say right off the bat, this bronzer may be my new favorite. Just saying, like, it's not patchy. It's not like too pigmented, but baby, it shows up. It's not crazy, like overwhelming pigmentation. Let's see on this side. Okay, I'm just gonna grab the face brush again that had translucent powder on it and grab a little bit of bronzer and just complete the 5 head, baby. I'm gonna go ahead and snatch this nose because this bronzer literally, I mean, that shade, the formula, I need it all the time. I'm gonna snatch the nosy with my angled fluffy brush. All right, y'all, so I'm all bronzed up. I'm excited. Like, I feel really good about this. The bronzer, this specific shade right here, everything, literally everything. Some of the other ones are a little bit more neutral in shade, so I'm not sure if I would really grab those. But that one, baby, that one is, she's a keeper. So I do want to move on to some blush. I am just eyeing this peach right here. It's gonna match, you know, the aesthetic. So that's exactly what I'm going in for. I'm gonna grab my blush brush. It is a little bit dusty. Apply her going towards right on top of that bronzer. I'm noticing a little bit sheen, which is not horrible. It's not horrible, but you just want to keep that, you definitely want to keep that in mind. It definitely is buildable. So it's a very nice blush. I brought it in a little bit high, but I think it's nice. I definitely think it's nice. You'll be able to build it as you want. The pigmentation is not overwhelming as well. So let's go ahead and do the other side. All right, y'all. So I finished applying the blush. I think I definitely like it. I would have to play with it just a little bit more. And I put some setting powder just to let it sit for a second. Not necessarily bake, but just, you know, to see what's going on. I want to try these, I guess, highlighters. They look like they're supposed to be for under the eye, but they have a little bit of sheen to them, so I'm not gonna like play myself. I'm gonna use a brush like this just to make sure that I can see what's exactly going on. So I'm gonna start off with the pink shade. I was right, it's definitely a highlighter. And it actually shows up. They look very sheer, but it definitely shows up. It is not the most blinding, which is not a bad thing at all. I'm going to try the yellowish tone on this side. So this champagne color is something that I would definitely grab for first. I think the highlight is actually really nice. Let me go ahead and wipe this off before we get started on the eyes. All right, y'all. So the face is pretty much done. So I want to get started on the eyes. I have this Beauty Is My Business 36-piece eyeshadow palette from Miss Paris Hilton. It is gorgeous, darling. Gorgeous. She is a full book of warm tones and neutral shades, and oh god, the excitement is so real. The inside looks very or the packaging looks pretty basic, but it is pretty cute. I'm excited to see what the mattes are like. Let's see, what do I want to do as far as eyes? All right, so I'm actually going to go in with this shade right here called Cupcake. It is a transition-y type of shade, so I want to pop that right in my crease. Actually, hold on. I totally forgot that I need to conceal the eyes. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's rewind for a second. Okay, so we rewinded. I grabbed my e.l.f. concealer and I applied it to the base of my eyes, so that way we have something to stick to. So let's go back to that shade Cupcake that we picked up. I'm just going to pack this. Oh baby, she is she's pigmented. She's showing up and we love her already. Let's see how she blends. I think we're gonna do a soft glam moment today for sure. This shade is stunning. So I'm putting it towards my brow. I know this is not really a tutorial moment, but like I'm feeling inspired by this shade. I just wish this had a mirror. Like that would be the icing on the cake, because the pigmentation, she's showing up, she's showing out. I'm shocked. So that transition shade was like chef's kiss. I'm excited to keep on going. I am grabbing the Morphe M433 brush. Okay, so we'll go in with Twig. It's a nice orangey brown shade, and I just want to build that on top. I'm not sure if other people are talking about this palette, but they need to be. Like the pigmentation, really? I mean, it's giving me expensive vibes. All right, so I just built up this shade Twig. It didn't take a lot of building up, by the way. I want the peach to pop a little bit. I am feeling like this is a good situation. I am going to take my Morphe M441 brush. I just want to take a bone type of shade, like the shade Sand right here. That's not really going to show up, but it's going to help soften around the brow bone. And I just want to blend this peach shade a little bit. So far the mattes are looking amazing. There are some pressed glitters in here. There's some shimmers in here, like this copper shade. I don't see any light shimmers, which is something that I wish this palette had. So I guess we're going to have to go in with a pressed sort of glitter. Ooh, they are very like, wow. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Wow, these would definitely work best with a glitter glue. I don't believe I have on hand, being totally honest. Well, you know what? Actually, I did pick up this roll-on eyeshadow sort of set. This is a 5-piece roll-on eyeshadow set, and I want to try it on my inner corners. The original price of this was $3.99 and it got reduced to $2.99, so I'm here for the price. Let's see if I'm here for the actual product. Champagne shade. It has this rose gold situation. This is more of a gold, a copper, and a dark gunmetal. And so let's just swatch them on the back of our hands. Oh, so it's actually like a roll situation. Okay, so this is the lightest shade. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, so this is the lightest shade. I'm not understanding the point of the roll. I feel like if it had like a doe foot applicator, it would be just a little bit better. This could probably be pretty harsh for the eyes. I don't know, you have to really get it out. And it seems a little dried up, honestly. It's not looking good, I'm not gonna lie. Let's move on to the next shade. This is like a rose gold situation. It is, okay, it's a little more wet than the other shade. This is what it looks like. Let's move on to gold. I'm feeling like gold vibes today. Gold is there, but it's just coming up patchy because of the rolling situation. You kind of have to shake and go, and it's sticky. I'll go ahead and swatch these other ones for you guys. Okay, so they all pretty much have the same consistency. When they sort of dry down or get on the skin, they kind of like, they're sticky, but it's like really hard to, okay, it's really hard to roll onto the skin, so I can't imagine doing it on your eye and then it comes out patchy because you're putting so much force. I don't know. They're not feeling good. I'm not really sure how I would do this, but I'm gonna take this one, which is the like rose gold one. This one right here, if anything, we'll use it as a base. I mean, I just don't see how someone would use this. This just feels wet, but it's coming off sheer, which is a problem. And oddly enough, it's not even, it doesn't even feel sticky anymore. Yeah, this is not good. I don't see the point of these. I see why they were reduced. So I guess we're gonna stick with the glitters here in this palette. I like this shade right here. So what I'm gonna do is take some concealer on a flat brush, and I'm just gonna cut the crease a little bit and go over whatever it is that we just did right there. I mean, literally nothing came off, so. And hopefully this will be a nice base. Okay, the thing about glitter is that it's gonna get everywhere, so that is expected. So what I'm gonna do before I go in with some glitter is I'm gonna actually close this up because it's gonna be hard to kind of go back and forth into mattes at that point. So I'm going to I'll take Twig again, and then I'll take Bear With Me. It's like this nice neutral brown shade, and we are just gonna close this up. The mattes are great. I mean, I'm gonna keep on saying that because they really are great. So let's just grab Slow Dance. It is like a bronzy gold type of shade right here, and I'm just going to saturate the brush. And again, I already know that this is a shade that might, or a type of glitter that you might need glitter glue with, so I'm just gonna keep that in mind. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm being quiet, but I guarantee you I'm screaming on the inside because this glitter, she's stunned. Oh my goodness. Wow, wow, wow. She's so wonderful. I'm just gonna take the gold shade called On Fleek. It's not the darkest gold. Oh, darling. Just applying that to the middle. All right, y'all. So the glitters are immaculate. I mean, they're wonderful. I mean, I am not having a problem with them going all over the place. They look amazing. No complaints. No complaints about this palette so far. I'm like really shocked. This, by the way, I don't know if I told you guys the price, but this was $5.99, so $6 for something that's in comparison to like Morphe quality. So I'm excited. And that was in comparison to $14, so just keep that in mind. Let's just finish off the look with this shade called Queen right here. Alright, you guys, and I am going to give you my full thoughts at the end like I always do, but this right here is a 10 out of 10, an A++. I'm gonna be grabbing for that palette. I could guarantee it. So let's move on to some eyeliner. I have the black eyeliner collection. This was marked at $6.99, in comparison to 10 Zolas. It has a gel eyeliner, it has a liquid eyeliner, a retractable eyeliner, and a precision eyeliner. It has about 5 different types of eyeliners in here, which is, it can be pretty helpful if this actually works out really well. All right, y'all, so I think I actually want to use the gel liner. All right, so this is what it looks like. It is pretty small. Oh, I thought this was gonna be dried up, and it's not. We're already liking, so I'm just gonna do a nice liner look. All right, so the gel liner, it just right off the bat, it's nice and creamy and soft. It is kind of having a hard time a little bit with the glitter, but I mean, it glides on really, really nicely. I love it. It makes me want to go back to using gel liners. So let me go ahead and do the other eye really quickly. The eyeliner is looking like sisters, not twins. We're gonna move on. I do want to swatch these eyeliners. This one is the precision eyeliner. Okay, I will definitely be using these in the future. I'm not the biggest fan of retractable liners, but this one is actually pretty nice and pigmented. This is the pencil liner. A little dry, but nothing like crazy. And then this is the liquid eyeliner. Okay. All right, you guys, so I'll definitely use that in the future and continue to update you guys. Okay, so as far as the gel liner, I think it's a really nice liner. So let's move on, you guys. All right, y'all, so I do have lashes and I almost forgot what this was. Lashes and mascara. These lashes are 5D Darling lashes. They are supposed to be 3 pairs, and they come with 1 extra pair. This is from the brand Poppy and Ivy Beauty. Never heard of them, but these lashes look super familiar in terms of like, I've definitely used these type of lashes before. They're nice and fluttery. They're in the style SERAPHINA. I'm going to apply this off of camera, and we will be back to finish the video. All right, you guys, so I went ahead and I finished the eyes off of camera. I have to say they're looking pretty damn good. I did use the retractable liner under my eyes, and my only complaint is that it's a little tiny runny, but I would use it again, so I guess it's not that bad. The lashes are great. This one's trying to come off and run away before the video ends, and it's not happening. I had to use my own lash glue because I wasn't able to find lash glue at my local Ross. And let's see what else. The mascara is okay. I mean, it's the Maybelline Collassal mascara, so it's okay. I mean, it's nothing like wow, but I mean, yeah. So these are the eyes. I want to finish off the rest of the face by using or testing out this Manakador Beauty Lip Sync 10-piece Deluxe Priming Gloss Stain Set. It's a hydrating formula. It contains a lip gloss, primer, and stain all in one. It's supposed to be long-lasting as well as paraben-free and allergy tested. So I'm kind of excited. They have, I mean, pretty nice warm tones in here. I've already tried to attempt to open this. As far as pricing, oh god, okay, so it was originally $8.99 and priced down to $6.49. So we've seen what the other reduced price item ended up like, and that was the eye roller situation, and it wasn't good, so I'm hoping and praying. So I do want to swatch like most of these. So okay, and they all have little names to them. I'm super excited. This one here is like a mauve sort of pinky shade, and this is called Shea. This is what it looks like. Oh, it doesn't feel as hydrating. This is cute. Okay. Alright, so it's not like a gloss. This shade is actually really nice, especially with what I'm wearing. I usually go for my nudes, you guys know that, but this is like pretty cute. It comes off a little bit peachy tone on my lips. It may come off differently on yours. It's definitely hydrating. My lips are a little dry already, so please don't mind the cracked lips. It's not gonna dry down. That's already been established, but I don't know. I'm not really a fan of like, you know, in between mattes and glosses. I mean, either you're a gloss or you're a matte, but it's nice, it's comfortable. So let's move on to the next shade. The next shade is called Rosette. It's another like pinky type of shade, and this is what it looks next to Shea. Looks like next to Shea. They're actually like really similar. This is more of like a pinky one. This is more peach, so I will not try that one on because I want to move on. This shade is definitely a shade that I would grab. This one's called Sienna. It's more of like a nudie type of shade. Right up my alley. It has a little bit of that pink tone, but it's nice and brown. Let me just try this on actually. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This would be my go-to shade for sure. Okay, this next shade is more of like on the mauve side. This one is called Lucky, and this is what it looks like. I used to be a huge fan of like these types of shades, but I'm not really anymore. Let's see how they look on the lips though. Okay. So of course the formula is the same as the other ones, but I mean the shade is not my cup of tea, but it's cute. This one definitely feels nice. All right, and let's just swatch the rest of the shades on the back of my hand. This one is called All of You. It's a cute little name. It's similar to this shade right here. I forgot what this one was called. So those are very similar. And now we're moving on to these shades down here. This one is called Petal Pink. I noticed that it has a little bit of that shimmer, like gloss reflected in it. So this one is more of a gloss. Okay, so it's not really gonna show up on the skin. This is more of a grab and go sort of shade. Oh, so this one is All of You and this is All of Me. Okay. Ooh, okay. This one is nice. It's more of a, like on the purple side. Okay, this one right here, this purpley shade with a little bit of glitter in it, is called Mana Babe. Oh, this one is very, very purple. I mean, it could be a lot more pigmented in my opinion. And now we're moving on to Siren. Siren is a nice orangey red. The swatches could be a lot better, I'm not gonna lie. They are very nicely pigmented. They could be a little bit, I mean, they're probably slightly patchy, but it's nothing horrible. And this is the last shade called Pinot Noir. It is a dark cherry red right here. So I think you can kind of tell already what shade I'm gonna go for today, which is Sienna. Sienna is the perfect nude shade. All right, you guys, and I'm gonna go ahead and finish up with this Hard Candy Rose Drenched Toner and Refresher Mist, which by the way has hyaluronic acid and rose water in it. I did not get this from Ross, but I got this from Walmart. Okay, you guys, and this is the final look. I'm actually pretty satisfied. I would say this entire experience was probably an 8 or 9 out of 10. Most of these products I actually really enjoyed. The product that I was most surprised at is the eyes. Like, I'm living for the eyeshadow palette. The Paris Hilton eyeshadow palette was everything. That was a 10 out of 10, hands down. The one thing that is really not, like, okay and should not be even selling at Ross is these eye rollers. They don't make sense. They have no pigment. Eesh, no. I mean, this is just a no. It's a no. It's a big no. It's a huge no. Those are the things that I really did not like. The bronzing palette that came with the highlight and the blush and all that good stuff was a dream. That was amazing. I really enjoyed the cream that I used on my face. I think it's just, even the highlighter is like really nice. It's not too crazy, but it really worked out for this look. So if you guys really enjoyed this video, let me know down below your thoughts. If you want me to shop at another specific place and do a full face of a place that, you know, has some surprising beauty items, go ahead and drop it down below. Make sure that you guys subscribe before you leave. If you guys really enjoyed today's video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Turn on your bell notifications so you do not miss out on videos like this. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.